Hey gang, Bison here. I'd like to show you today an oldie but a goodie, or actually maybe a not so goodie, but if you're a Victorinox collector you would probably appreciate this maybe. This is a look at the Victorinox Auto Tool. I still have the original box. Got this probably sometime in the early 90s, and it was discontinued in the 90s for so many reasons. I had this, my God, in its pouch. It went from my Mazda to my Neon to my 4Runner, and then that was really it. Never made it into the FJ or my other van that I used to have, because it's just, I don't know, to me it became a collectible because it was kind of really worthless aside from a knife and a plier. But we'll take a closer look at it. Here it is on the table, all opened up. We'll close it up, some of the other features, and just look at some of the basics right off the bat. It has your nice standard Victorinox blade, but this one is completely serrated, which is cool if you want to use it for an emergency item, if you got to cut a seatbelt to get out of the car or whatever. It's got your standard Victorinox bottle opener, flathead screwdriver, and wire stripper. Nice size Phillips head screwdriver, and your can opener with tiny screwdriver. So those are your tools. This is like, I think this predates the original Victorinox Swiss tool, or maybe the same amount of time. I remember the first Swiss tool that I got and probably gave away, my God, that was probably, I think my first Swiss tool I bought was probably around 99. So I don't know really when they came out. But anyway, here's a look at the Auto Tool. So we saw the standard Victorinox items. So to make this the Auto Tool, it comes with other items like this. This is a fuse puller, which folds in. And in my opinion, the plastic that this was made out of is extremely cheap. We'll look at this guy in a second. That's the ice scraper. Over here we have a very dim flashlight. This predates, I guess, anything with LED technology. It's your old school type of bulb in there that you would find in your original Maglite AA's, and it comes with a replaceable battery. Now I remember when I bought this, it didn't come with one. I had to go to an old school Radio Shack and get a battery, but it takes E90s. I happen to have some of these, and I put one in just to see if it still worked, and it does. But there's your light. Doesn't fold out or anything, it's just kind of there, so you gotta kind of focus it. It really doesn't do much, but if it's all you had in a pitch black situation, dark situation, it'll do the job, kind of, sorta. Also on this side, it came with a tire pressure gauge, which did work kind of accurately when I first got it. I compared it to one of your regular analog dial ones, and it was off ever so slightly. But the real crappy thing about this is, which kind of makes the tool useless, if you know, in my opinion, and there is a screw here, but you cannot replace the battery in this at all. You take the screw out and it really doesn't make anything loose, and it's kind of, you see a seam here, but the rest of it is all kind of molded. So I looked up some forums at the time, and recently you cannot replace the battery in this thing, so it's really a dumb design of Victorinox part. When this tool came out, they had this other ratcheting tool that came out, which I have somewhere. I'm going to try and dig it out and show you guys that at some point. So anyway, moving along, it's got your nice standard Swiss tool pliers. Now what's awkward about this, it's like very thick handled, and it's kind of really not comfortable for a grip. It's kind of clumsy in your hands. But again, if it's all you had, I guess it'll get the job done, sort of. Hate to be a downer about this. It's just that I'm a big Victorinox guy since the mid 80s, late 80s, and this was a real stupid thing on their part to put out. This was like, it's like one of those things you would see at like not Spencer Gifts, but they used to have, the name escapes me, a store years ago that had all these cool gadgets and technology and stuff, and I'm sure that's where you could have found it. If I think of it, I'll tell you what it was. Anyway, and the other tool on this is an ice scraper. which if I remember right off the bat, when you remove it, I removed it, that is, a little plastic piece in here just like kind of sheared right off. It's pretty poor design. So you just got to open it slightly, push this little locking mechanism to the side, pull it out, and then get it through this little top hinge piece here. See, it's broken right there. It's a little pain in the ass. And then you slide it through this way, and you close your jaws, that is, and the plier itself, the handles, and you lock it in, and there is your ice scraper. I never used it. It didn't really look like you'd be like scraping forever, because it's you know, a really small blade, and if you got a huge window, you got to be working at it for a while. And then plus all this in here, it gets all wet. I know it's stainless, but then you got to let this dry. I don't know, Victorinox, bad move, but it's in the archives now of the history. I've seen it in some of the books that I've had. That's what kind of sparked my interest to make the video, just to show everybody this. And yeah, to close it, see, I'm struggling with it. It's been years. You got to unlock it a little bit, and then pull it up and flip it around, blah blah blah. So, you know, you got your pliers, and your knife is really the only cool feature about this thing nowadays. And it really came with a nice pouch, which has no belt loop on it too, which was slightly disappointing, but I guess an auto tool you're not going to wear in your belt every day. Unless you're a mechanic or something. This is pretty much an item that would live in your glove compartment of your car, or wherever you keep tools and miscellaneous stuff in your vehicles. So there you go, gang. Just one quick other thing. I do have the original instructions, and it shows you how to open and unfold everything. But yeah, there you go. There's a look at the discontinued Victorinox Auto Tool. Just wanted to share this with everyone out there, and let me know if anybody has one, still has one, and if you still use it, or if you figure out a way to actually get into change the battery of the tire pressure gauge. Because you know, if we could do that, I'd throw it back in the FJ now and just kind of have it in there, just because. I don't know what it's worth. I don't even remember what I paid for it. I don't even know if you can find it on eBay these days. And if you can, it's probably going for a ridiculous amount of money for something that is kind of, for the most part, not really functionally useless. So there you go, gang. There's a look at the old school Victorinox Auto Tool. Thanks for watching. Bye and out.